Hello, 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 Knits for Sanity here. And today I'm going to show you how I section off my diamond art painting with washi tape. There are plenty of other YouTubers who have also done this, and trust me, they probably have done it better, but I have had some direct inquiries asking me to show you how I do it, so that is what I will do. First things, you need to gather your materials. Obviously, you will need your canvas. You'll need washi tape. I'm going to use two different ones, and I will tell you why in a minute. For me, definitely measuring tape. And then you might need scissors, depending on how you want to cut your washi tape. Most of the time, washi tape, you know, it just rips, but I kind of like using scissors, but that's totally up to you. All right, very first thing you need to do for actual steps is you need to measure your canvas. It says that it's 51 centimeters by 51 centimeters, but quite often it will be a little bit different. Now, for some people, that's not going to matter with how they section it off because they're not quite as ridiculous as I am about precision. So when I measure it, and I always use centimeters, I actually get 50.5 centimeters. So it's half a centimeter smaller than what they say it is. Again, totally within range. And actually, I would bet that by the time you consider the poured glue area, which if you look closely, you can see it on your canvas. By the time you incorporate that poured glue area, the measurement will be 51 centimeters. So there are actually 51 centimeters of poured glue. This is supposed to be completely square, but again, we don't know for sure until we actually check it. And it is. It's 50.5 centimeters the other way too. So because this is a square painting, in many ways that makes it kind of nice and easy because I will be able to divide this, section it off into perfect little squares, which will make me very happy. All right, the first thing is I mentioned that poured glue area, which I wonder, probably think even if I blow you up, let's see, I don't know. Can you kind of see? See, can you kind of see that poured glue line right there? Well, that is still sticky, which means that anything that you might have flying around in your house, like maybe dog fur, which is what I have a lot of, even though I have two cats, it's the dog fur that gets everywhere. I don't understand it. So that is still sticky and you might want to cover that up. To do that, I'm going to use this super cute washi tape from Simply Gilded. So first we just gotta, you know, open this up. And if you watched my unboxing, I did say I was going to use this washi tape for this. So here we go. All right, you're going to want to gently lift this back. Usually there's enough static that it will just sit by itself. But if for some reason it's not, you can always use a cover minder, which this is an example of one right here. You can always use a couple of cover minders to hold it back in place too, but odds are very good that it will just sit back because you don't have any drills or anything on here, and it's the first time that you're peeling back any of the film. All right, then you take your washi tape and you're going to go right to the edge here. For the border tape, I do like to have that match my painting. Just because it's something that might actually stay on my painting for a long, long time. Potentially for forever. I think I just bumped you. I'm really sorry. just because, you know, I don't know how people can manage to frame every single thing that they do. So this border tape could be on here forever. And if that's the case, I want it to at least match and look good. All right. So I got that side down. And then again, you know, I like to use scissors. Really, you don't have to use scissors. It does rip very nicely. All right, and then I will probably speed you up while I do these other 3 sides, just because you don't need to watch all of this. That's kind of slow and boring. So sit back and relax while I get this done. All right, I have my border done. Now the next step is figuring out approximately how large you want each section to be. For me, because this is a 51 by 51, actually it's a 50.5 by 50.5. It just kind of makes sense to divide it all by 5. So that would give me about 10 by 10 centimeter squares to work with. So you take your measuring tape, which if you're not good at math, you can either use a calculator or you really can eyeball this. It's just, I don't. I need precision. So first thing that you're going to want to do is actually rotate this to the side. And this ends up being a little bit of a guessing game no matter what, just because your boxes aren't necessarily always going to fall exactly where you need them to. All right, then if you have like a little marker, if you want to get really super detailed like me, you can mark your spot, especially because this is all color blocking right here. All right, I have it at 10 centimeters plus 1 millimeter, which looks like is about right here. Okay, that mark won't stay because of the type of pen that I'm using, but it's just enough that I can see it. So I can still see where that mark is. Now, for laying down my rows, I'm actually going to use this one. And that is in part because I wanted to try a thinner washi tape for my sectioned off part of my canvas. So this is really just my interest. I have a feeling that this might work a little bit better for me. The outside border, you really don't want to go any smaller than this, a 5 millimeter washi tape, because that might not actually cover all of your sticky. Depends on the painting you have and the manufacturer. Oh, there we go. Now, what I do, let's bring you in a little bit. And maybe I need like a pair of tweezers here. All right, so what I do, as you can see right here is my line. I'm actually going to put my washi tape about halfway through the box on top of it. The reason why I do that is then when I fold back my film, I have plenty of room to lay my drills all the way up to my line. If I put my washi tape directly on this line, then I don't have enough room comfortably to put my drills down. So I effectively have to go down one more row to be my last row. So if I find that if I lay it just like halfway through, I have a very easy time being able to lay that total section. So I take my tape if I can find the end. Here it is. I had to look for the mismatched moons. I love this tape so much. And use the boxes to help guide you. I go over the edge, like beyond where my frame is with my tape, so that I can see it well. There's no question what it is. And then, yeah, use these boxes to guide you, running halfway through the box on top of my last line of drills. Smooth it down. Cut my tape. So this is my first row that I've plotted out. I will do the same this way too, and actually I will go ahead and lay the first one this way. Now, you may be thinking, why on earth did you have to turn it sideways to get this row down first? I actually do have a reason for doing it that way, and that is it's easier for me to see if this is plotting out correctly with this initial row by looking at my painting face forward. But it's the same all around, especially this one because it's a nice square painting. I again will measure 10 centimeters and 1 millimeter, which is about there. Where did I put my ink pen? Oh man, it's all the way over here. Oh, hold on. Now I got to recheck this. 10 centimeters and 1 millimeter comes right here. And then again, I will do the same thing. I'm going to lay my tape halfway between that row of drills right above my mark. And run that all the way up and across. Oop, oh, that's right. Gets hard with the lighter colors here to see exactly. Oh, I bumped you again. Oh my goodness. Almost at the end of this row. Now, if by chance you were to lay your tape and see that you did not make a straight row down, that's okay. That's why you use washi tape. You can just lift it up and then lay it down appropriately, and it will be correct then. All right, I think what I will do is I will fast forward you again, and I will finish laying this out. What you will see is a grid of 5 by 5 when I'm done. So let's speed this thing up. Okay, now my painting is completely blocked off. You may look at this and think, yeah, but like your bottom row and this side row, they look like much bigger than all the other rows. That's because the washi tape, if you remember, the washi tape covers the next sections. So they are approximately equal. I understand I could be off by a row here and there. That's pretty normal. Now, how do I get a row started? How do I start a section? I actually go over this in my second diamond painting whip and chat, which, by the way, I'm particularly proud of that one. You may want to check it out. You can learn about exactly where I live. To do that, some people use a ceramic blade like this. I tried it. This is not for me. Instead, again, I just take my scissors and I cut right next to the washi tape. And as long as I keep my finger down on the washi tape, I can pull up nice and slow and gently. Bam. Then you put down a cover minder up here, and you are ready to go with your first section. I leave this intact in case I do need to cover it back up, and right now I do. I can't start this painting till midnight tonight, which I'll probably do my whip and chat at midnight and start on this one, which will be fun. When I do get done with a section, I do the same thing. I cut and then I just gently pull. That way I don't run the risk of accidentally cutting something that I don't want to be cutting. That's really about it. If you have any questions about this process, feel free to write a comment below. Otherwise, this is how I do it. That is what washi tape is used for in diamond painting. Until the next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Treat everyone with kindness. You never know what they're going through, and I will talk to you later.